is you're one that loves to support a good cause, and you love a cause for celebration. And today we're happy to report that we're going to provide both of those to you. We have a unique shopping experience, and we also want to tell you and share a story with you about the life-changing mission of Goodwill. About 4 years ago, a wonderful woman named Rose walked into Goodwill. She was fleeing for her life from an abusive relationship, and she wanted to change that life. So we hired her at an entry-level position in a Goodwill retail center, and through her own hard work and the support of her team, she was able to rise to the level of a retail supervisor, and she works right in this very store here with us today. So. You know, one of the very special things about Rose is how she thinks every day about where she's come from and where she's arrived. And so she walks into the office and there's a calendar on the wall that says, "We did it." And she looks at that every single day as her inspiration. So Rose is just one of the many thousands of lives we change every year at Goodwill. But with your help, with your donations, and with your support of shopping at our retail centers. So thank you. We are in the business of changing lives. And I'll tell you that business is very good. Just ask Rose today when you see her. And now I have the pleasure of introducing our 2015 board chair at Discover Goodwill, Vice President of El Pomar Foundation, Peter Mayuro, who will join us to say a few words. And before he does, I do want to notice and welcome that Lee Colburn is here from the Office of Representative Doug Lamborn. Thank you for coming. And I'd also like to recognize Jeff Johnson and Dan Malcolm, our internal staff who built this beautiful store, along with our construction company, Colorado Structures. And our architects and engineers are here today, so thanks to all of you. And to all of the employees who are here today, you are so special to Goodwill. You are the mission. And now here's Peter Mayuro.
Thanks, Carla. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Goodwill, I'd like to welcome all of you here this morning. There are a number of my colleagues from the board, Mike Suggs, Tim Littleton, Grace Harrison. I'm going to forget somebody, so if I forget you, I'm really sorry. But if you're on the board of Goodwill and a great supporter of this organization, if you could raise your hand for me. Thanks to all of you for your work. Mal Wakem. Goodwill is extraordinarily fortunate in that we have a really remarkable team, and that team is certainly led by Carla, but our entire retail team, Lori and Jeff, and so many other folks that work for Goodwill. And that partnership now includes a lot of great folks here in the Tri-Lakes community, and we want to thank all of our partners here that have helped make this a reality. Regular citizens, business leaders, and community leaders from this great area. So we're really appreciative of your support as well. As a representative of El Pomar, it's my pleasure to be involved with Goodwill because we recognize Goodwill as an organization that has a national reputation for being a really extraordinary organization and changing the lives of tens of thousands of people each year. As a board member, it's my, I think, honor to inform everybody and ensure that everyone is aware that, like Carla said, this is not just a regular retail center. This is a place where individuals' lives are changed, and through all of our support of thousands of individuals with disadvantages, Goodwill makes a huge impact in this community and communities all over Southern Colorado. Thank you all again for being here. It's my pleasure now to introduce the Mayor of Monument, Mr. Rafael Dominguez.
Thank you. I hope we don't have a big flood of people just trying to rush through the door at the same time. At least let me move out of the way. I wanted to thank everybody for being here this morning. I've got a couple of quick notes, points that I want to make sure that I'll highlight before we begin the shopping spree. I am a bit nervous speaking before you here this morning, not because I'm before you, but because how much money my wife might tend to spend here. She spends quite a bit of money at Goodwill, a lot of name brand clothing that she buys here. But hopefully you don't beat her to the punch here this morning. A couple things to note. Recent national honor as one of Forbes' most inspiring American companies, along with previous local honors from the media as best nonprofit and best place to work. Carla happened to mention that she improves the lives of many in the community, and I agree with you. What you bring to the community and to those that live locally, and for example, they're going to be creating at least 50 jobs here at this Goodwill. In addition to offering workforce experience and career development services for youth and welfare to work participants and hosting the Pikes Peak Workforce's local satellite office, I have to applaud your organization for what you do for employing those with disadvantages to lead more independent and active lives. Again, thank you to your organization, to your staff, and to your board for being here. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Ms. Terry Hayes, the Executive Director of the Tri-Lakes Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you, Mayor Dominguez. As an agency, we are focused on promoting existing and emerging businesses here in the Tri-Lakes area, and we are thrilled to be able to reintroduce Discover Goodwill to our community. Along with Mayor Dominguez, the Tri-Lakes Chamber also thanks Discover Goodwill for their many years of services to our citizens, and we are happy to usher in their newest retail center. The Tri-Lakes community prides itself on being a getaway for shopping enthusiasts, and this new retail center is going to offer all of our citizens here a convenient, unique, and affordable shopping experience. The Tri-Lakes Chamber also looks forward to partnering with Discover Goodwill to promote commerce and increase essential services for our residents and our businesses.